Hi, it's me again. So I have a rant that has been very heavy on my mind, and I have like a little over an hour drive back home, just getting off of work. So what better time to talk about it than now? I don't know what I'm gonna title this rant, but it has something to do with basically knowing what role you play in people's lives and knowing how important you are in other people's lives, right? For example, you may view somebody as a best friend or a close friend, but they view you as an acquaintance or like somebody who's just a work friend, right? And when y'all aren't on the same page about where you stand with each other, it leaves room for error in terms of expectations and standards. Now, I've heard the saying before, like, know your place, know your role. And I heard this like years ago in terms of like dating, like, don't ever overhype your role, or don't ever overqualify yourself or think you are more than what somebody deems you as, because they're going to treat you accordingly. So in this season of my life, I am learning what that means in the context of friendships. So my whole life, ideally, I have always had a lot of friends. I've always been very social. And over the last couple of years, as I've dived more into like therapy, self-reflection, and I've had time to really be by myself and not have friends, I've been able to, one, really learn myself, figure out who I am as a person, the things that I like and don't like. And then also, now that I'm coming into the season of wanting friendships, I can pick that from a place of not being desperate, not being afraid of being alone, and then really looking at people's character and choosing if these are people that I want to, socialize with or be friends with. With that being said, I went into this season with the intention of the people that I meet, like, I'm going to consider, I want these people to be close friends or best friends, because I'm starting from scratch, right? So I don't have a friend group already fulfilled, right? So I'm starting from scratch at 31. And that's not to say that I don't have acquaintances or associates. I'm talking about friends. And so I'm starting from scratch. So this year, I've had the pleasure of reconnecting with 2 women earlier within this year. And again, my intention was to be close friends. Like, I have space for that. I have time to be intentional with that. Like, I'm ready. And so I had to learn firsthand that although that may be my intention, I don't know what these women have going on in their lives. And I had to learn over time, over the short period of time, or like these last couple of months, that, hey, these people already have close friends. They already have things going on. And although I have room, space, and attention to make them close friends, that's not what they have for me. Like, that's not their intention. So I had to go through a phase emotionally of almost like, because what I used to do, and I've had to try to break this habit, is like, if someone can't be my everything, I don't want to deal with them at all. Like, so it's very difficult for me. Like, I view it as being half-assed, like a half-assed friend, like, or like a superficial friend. I am an all-in or all-nothing kind of person. So it's very difficult for me to interact with people and then, like, really not talk to them. Like, maybe talk to them once every couple of months, or if I'm talking to somebody and I like their vibe, like, I want to hang out. I want to get to know you. I want to build a stronger bond. And so I've had to learn, for one, everybody isn't like that. And for two, everyone doesn't have the capacity for that. And three, like I said again, I'm trying to be close friends or best friends with people who really only have space for me to be their acquaintance. And that's cool. So it's been important for me to decipher the role that I play in people's lives, and then to act accordingly, right? That's just it. Like, I can't necessarily say I don't feel a way about it. Like, that is something in progress. Like, that is something that's gonna like take practice, because again, it's not something that I'm used to. And so basically I'm having to relearn something, or like relearn the way that I'm used to living. And that is cool. And at the same time, at the basis of all of this, I have the faith and the true belief that God will connect me with the right people. Like, he will connect me with my tribe. So I'm not necessarily like desperate for friendship or feel like I'm missing out on anything. More than anything, I feel like I am building myself up so that way I can be an even better friend, because I am an extraordinary friend, okay? I want my friends to feel seen. I want my friends to be heard. I love celebrating my friends. I love giving gifts to my friends. Like, anyone that I've ever gifted anything to, or even just shown up for or supported, they can tell you 100% I'm that friend. Like, I want to hype you up. I want you to be the best version of yourself, whatever the hell that looks like. That's just me. Point blank, period. Which is also how I realized that I love coaching and that I love therapy, which is how I ended up going back to school right now for social work, because I love helping people. And if it weren't for the people that I've met all throughout my life and seeing how I've shown up for them, I would have never known that this was something that is literally second nature to me. So although right now I am in the season of, I guess you could say, friendlessness, I do have one friend who's in Atlanta, and we've been friends since college, back at BCU. And we talk for like a little bit, and then we basically check in with each other every couple of years, I feel like. So in terms of like local friends, I am volunteering more. I'm getting more active at my church. So I can see God working in little ways. But as of today, I do not have a lot of friends like I used to. I do not have a large friend group. And there isn't a lot of people that I keep in contact with, honestly, on a day-to-day basis. And that is okay. Because one day it won't be like this, and one day I'll probably have so many things on my plate or so many places that people want me to visit that I'm going to be tired, okay? And I look forward to those days. And at the same time, this current season, I'm doing my best to be grateful and be appreciative in this season, because it's preparing me for my next season. And I would like to also end this by saying that you'll have like your social friends, and then you might even have like your professional corporate friends, like the people that you can rely on for like references. Because I did have a situation like before getting into the school that I got into, I was having difficulty with finding people to be a reference for me. And it's not that I couldn't find people. I'm sure I had people who would have been willing to do it. But for some reason, I feel like I'm asking for help, and I suck at that. And it always makes me nervous. And I kind of feel like I'm bothering people when I ask them for that. But the two acquaintances that I reconnected with, I did ask them, and neither one of them came through. And so even that was kind of like, okay, because I can't imagine somebody asking me for a letter of recommendation or to be a reference and me not respond, or me not happily oblige. Like, I love coming through for people, again, that and I can even say an acquaintance. Like, I don't care if you reference, I will be a reference. Like, what harm is it to reach back and help somebody else, right? And so it's a part of life, and I'm learning to not take certain things personally. And at the same time too, I get to see, okay, well, who has helped me along the way, and who do I get the pleasure of looking back and helping whenever I get to another